Hi, I'm Gordy Gundaker. Welcome to the Dirt Parlor podcast.
Hi, I'm Don Martin. Welcome to the Dirt Parlor. And this thing is big. Welcome to the Dirt Parlor. This is Don Martin, and my co-host Gordy Gundaker is traveling actually right now, and we got a special guest tonight. But before we get into that, we got to thank our partners. We got to thank Steve Martin of Nutrient Ag. I got to thank Jeff Hoker of Hoker Trucking. I got to thank my man, my co-host, coming in with Checker Customs. And I got to thank Bodies by Skinny, Longhorn dealer out of Tennessee. I got to thank Reed Millard of Millard Family Chapels. And if I left anybody out right now, it's because we got a special guest on tonight. And let's just get right to it. I got Brian Birkhofer here tonight, folks. And first of all, the big thing is, Brian, it's great that we got Brian. Before we get into it, I got to say real quick, you with Ricky Thornton Jr. and Zach, it's got to be pretty badass. And what made you get back into this gig?
Well, technically, the only reason I'm here is because of Zach. I don't know, really, they needed another crew guy to kind of get, I don't know if they really needed me, but I'm here. And just trying to help these guys through the end of this point deal, and hopefully, possibly, without a flat tire Friday night, he's in charge yet. But like I told Ricky, I said, "Hey, man, you're not the hunted anymore. You're the hunter. So let's just go to Eldora, and it's you just gotta have more points at the end of the night, on Saturday night." So, I mean, this guy. I ain't telling this guy anything. I'm just trying to be a good cheerleader and do what I can do, for the most part.
You wouldn't look very good as a cheerleader.
Oh, you don't know, man. Hey,
I'm glad you're not on the sidelines.
Hey, my shirt's off. I mean, I got hairy nipples. Come on.
I wouldn't expect any less at all. But, I mean, one of the things that's so cool about I mean, it's bad for everybody else, but your knowledge throughout all the years of racing and big races and winning so much to kind of, I'm sure Ricky's probably leaning on you for a lot of advice. I mean, now don't say no. I guarantee you he has to be.
I'm telling you guys, I'm serious. That guy is a focused human being. He races enough stuff that it's not like I come in there. Only thing I'll tell him is like when I watch him hot lap or a qualifier or something like that, I'll just, talk about bits and pieces of the, either the qualifying or this and that. Ricky's, man, I'm telling you, dude, I ain't doing nothing. I'm not influencing really anything other than making sure the body's right. Zach tells me this, if Ricky tells me that. I mean, I can do it all. I mean, I believe I can do it all, but, honestly, this guy is he's a focused guy. He loves golf, though. I figured that out. So,
well,
he's a way better racer than a golfer. Even though he wants to be a good golfer, he's a better racer than a golfer. So he'll give me some shit, I guess, maybe sometime after this is over, and he watches it and goes, "Hey, man, what are you talking about?"
Well,
now, I'm curious, Brian. Brian, when you're out there with him and you guys are
race car drivers,
you're out there playing golf with him, who's better, you or Thornton?
Thornton can hit better than me because I have a half a swing back, half a swing forward. But I'm telling you, if I told all these guys we went golfed, hey, we all do the same swing, I kick their ass because I can't swing up or down because I feel like my top half of my body would break off, fall over. So I bet I pack a lot of punch in a short, not quite like Zach. I mean, he's closer to the ground than I am, but anyway.
a low center of gravity.
Yeah.
Him and Martin got that in common.
Yeah, I think Martin's got. I think he's got maybe an inch or two on Zach.
Yeah.
Don't you, Don?
Hey, you know what? I gave Zach one of his first set of clubs. Remember?
That's right.
That's probably part of the problem.
Probably. Hey, he's probably invested in different ones by now. I don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Hell, I think those were Tommy Armour 845s.
Hey, yeah, there was a Walmart special. No, I'm
Well,
just messing with you.
the good thing for him is that he could shop in the kids section of the golf clubs. I mean, they're tall enough for him, so he gets like a half off discount when he goes buys a set of clubs.
He's in the other room. I can hear you, dickheads.
Now, Brian, real quick, naturally, it's great. I can tell you how the fans, the receptive, you being out there now and being around, like even being at Brownstown, Indiana. It's been a long time since you had been there. How cool is it? The place was packed, and how many people came in the pit area just to see you?
No. I mean, not really. I mean, there was a few. I've signed an autograph every race I've been, but I'm, Knoxville and Brownstown. So I've signed an autograph, which is kind of weird. Signed quite a few at Knoxville, but I don't feel. To me, it doesn't feel right. Like I'm just there. I'm a crew guy. The other guys that have been busting their ass all year to put RT, help RT be where he's at, and I come in and I feel like I've not necessarily stole, but like I'm taking something away from the guys that are actually got these guys to where they are. So I try to shy away, stay, just do my thing, get there, work the, scrape mud. I do any, it ain't like I'm too good to do anything on the effing car. I'll do anything. I'll wipe the car down, scrape mud, take tires off. It's simple shit, but I mean, it all needs to be done. And now it just feel like I don't know. I'm just enjoying it, man. And, and it is good to be able to be on a guy that, has a shot at winning every effing time he rolls on the racetrack. So it is fun. So like, hey man, go help so-and-so. Let's see how much fun you're having. Well, yeah, but I'm not. So F you. Hey, I'm not saying the F word because you said Reed Millard. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go to hell. I mean, I'm going to get there. I'm figuring I'm going to go to purgatory first. And then I'll hang out for a while. And then once I figure out, hey, everything tastes like water. Fuck. Hey, look at Gordy looks like he's in slow motion.
I think we're all trying to pick ourselves up a little bit here. Now, we got Eldora coming up naturally next week. When's the last time you've been at Eldora?
What's that?
When's the last time you went to Eldora?
Oh, it's been, I think Zach and I were talking about that today. It was, I was racing for round there, and I think I won the 16th, started out outside front row, and went into turn one, and I'm like, this thing is so loose. And I think it took me about 10 laps, and probably I was lapped, and I wheeled off. So it was very disappointing. But, I mean, I don't know. I watch these guys drive now. I've watched a lot of races throughout the year now so far. And then being at the races and watching it in person, it's like, I mean, they're just the cars are, I call it glorified wing sprint cars now. A little bit. They race like wing sprint cars. That's what it looks like, because it's a lot of, they slide job. I mean, look at Brownstown. How many slide jobs you see in one feature? Between Ricky and Moran, and then Moran and Pierce. I mean, it's like, it looks like Ricky gets to the end of the straightaway and he's like, all right, I got to pick up 30 mile an hour and then get to turn 2. He's like making it like Indianapolis. Hey, you got, turn 1, 2. No, it's 1. And then you get over to 2. He bends that car and then drives to that point. It ain't like he's tearing the guy's left front flopper off, but he's like, I'm stealing all your air and I'm going to try to take the lead. And then it's your opportunity to, cross over and try to get me back into 3. So, I mean, it's Gordy's racing them all the time. Me personally, I'm like, it'd take me a while. Like, man, I'm going to go work out and do a boxing class because I want to punch everybody. But now, he does it in a different way. It ain't like he tears your left front flopper off. He's just like, I'm going to take all your air and get in front of you. It's your opportunity to pass me back. It's no different running down probably Chicago street. And you want to, because we don't have guns, I guess.
Does it make you glad that you got to race in the era you raced in?
Oh, definitely, man. Because like back then, the racetrack would slow down. I mean, how much does the race slow down now throughout a feature? They don't slow down 3 seconds.
Not near as much. No, I mean, it's a rarity. You're maybe losing a second from, I guess there's some places that still do fall all the way off. But most of the time that's because they go out full farm and at the very beginning and you run around there wide open and then it slows down.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to piss a bunch of people off. But if I have to watch these races anymore and watch this fucking track prep all the fucking time. Hey, listen, man. Hey, we're gonna have hot laps qualifying, and we're gonna have features, but we're gonna have at least twice track prep because we couldn't get it all done during the week. We're gonna have to do a little extra every time. So it's either the tire fault or the track prep. I'm tired of watching it. Earl Baldus back in the day didn't have track prep, did he? Maybe a little water here and there. I don't know. I guess I'm old school.
Yeah, to me, I think it's a lot of combination of things. I think one of them is how shitty our tires are.
Well, that's why I said the
think
Purple Mafia. Sorry,
Yeah.
I said it. I'm not looking for free tires anyway. Fuck them.
I mean, I think that's the truth, though. I think the tires have become so plasticky and everything else that it just gets us to that point where we get to rubber or whatever it is so much faster.
How about the fact that they made the tires like, hey, let's put, Lisa, we got some decent rear tires that will spin and have some traction, but hey, will they steer? Well, we don't care about that. Well, why don't you? Hey, sprint cars don't run around there with the same 4-size tires, do they?
No, they do not.
They have narrower front tires, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, but they want to, all this conversation has nothing to do with Ricky Thornton and his team. This is just me. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to make sure that across.
Oh, no, this is what we want to hear. This is Brian Birkhofer.
I mean, the tire deal is bullshit. They got tires in the front of these cars that won't steer. And I don't care.
Yes.
Put any of these guys on this show and ask them, Davenport, whoever, and say, oh, yeah, they don't steer. But those guys got to manipulate these cars and drive them to a point of, this is what we got. This is what we're given, So I just think if they need to have an actual steer tire, if they want to run the tires they do, and then they came out with this NRM on the right rear, which has helped some guys. And then it's this typical bullshit from Hoosier or whoever's making these calls at times. That, oh, yeah, well, that's better. This is better. Wait, this is the tire test. Oh, yo. And then they sell it to every fucking person. They push and push and push. The sport is not cheap. And they just keep pushing you to spend more fucking money. So, I mean, I don't have a fix for it because I'm not involved in it. But, I mean, you're going to have these guys with a lot of money to keep this sport going. I will say that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason that we've already lost as many race car drivers as we have in teams because you spend so much constantly that eventually you're like, what are we doing? You're just beating a dead horse. And it makes no sense at all. And I don't understand why we continue to do it the way we do, but it's just because, Hoosier at the end of the day is a monopoly, right? We're the only ones that we can buy from.
I don't know how you get competition in dirt racing because it's been tried for decades now to try to get American Racer, somebody else involved. How do you do it? I don't have the magic or whatever, but there has to be something, or else they got to make a tire that these guys can steer with. But then you know what? The fact that these tires, what they cost, just a normal guy. Let's just say somebody shows up at I remember back in the day where I could show up and race against Eckert, Francis, Bloomquist, whatever, and I wasn't a traveler. I wasn't a traveler, but I could show up and actually be competitive. These guys can't do that anymore. Go to any local track. Nobody can do that anymore.
Right. No, there is no local racing to be had. There is no, you have to spend as much as the I don't want to say as much as the top guys are spending, but you have to have the same equipment they are to even be in the realm of being competitive with anybody if you're going to go to any race right now across the country.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. You better be. I don't even know anymore. There used to be, you could see some local guys come in there and maybe win one. Shit, them days are over.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, now watch that something will happen, but I just don't see it. I don't see what being involved here for 2 or 3 weeks now. I mean, Ricky's got a great team, got great people working, got a great owner. And you just can't. You're not going to roll in there like, oh man, maybe I can beat Ricky Thornton or Davenport or Devin or just name whoever. I just don't see it happening anymore.
No, like I said, it's gotten to the point where you have to spend too much on all the technology and everything else to be up to standard to keep the speed. I mean,
Yeah.
My dad used to always, his old thing was that, track records were not falling, right? Like he was like, you guys aren't any faster than we used to be. And it's like, well, that's definitely not true, because I feel like now we see them all the time, right? We're constantly, but we're throughout the night when the racetracks used to get to where it would slow down for you guys 3 seconds. Well, we're a second and a half faster than that.
Yeah, well, I'll agree with your dad a little bit. The track records come down here and there, but it's like you guys are running, like I said earlier, there's so much air going on now in the setup. I mean, it's like, hey, man, we got to get this car into yaw and get all the air we can on the car. And therefore, that makes all the racing at times almost worse because of, I'm not saying but it's glorified NASCAR when it was whatever a few years ago or maybe 10, I don't know. I watch NASCAR here and there, but sometimes that gets tiring too.
Yeah.
Hey, it's football season, so fuck NASCAR.
But as much as there's only a few NASCAR races, I guess you would say I could even watch. So there's not many anymore because they're pretty damn boring, to be honest.
Hey, I do want to, if I could say one thing, I've not seen Tyler Reddick in years, but I'll feel for him, and my prayers go out for their son or coming on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I actually reached out to Tyler last week and shot him a text and just kind of reiterate exactly what you just said. I couldn't imagine going through something like that as a family.
Oh yeah, man. My boys are 20 and 23, healthy kids. My wife, I mean, I don't know. They're healthy, and my wife will probably call me tomorrow and say, "Hey, were you drinking?" Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you she's going to call and ask that.
Well, she don't even know I'm doing this. Well, she might find it, I guess. Who knows? I'm not in a strip club. That's all I'm saying.
You talk about your kids a little bit, and you talked about the cost a little bit. That's what's also probably holding back, you getting more involved with the future of late model racing is because of the cost. Could you do it with your kids?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Would you even want to do it?
No, man. Hey, Cruz is racing Davenport. Even the IMCA late miles now. They got the Pro Series motors coming in, so they're glorified. Well, they're going to put pucks underneath the carburetor, choke them down, so they can do this and that. Everybody wants to spend money on motors, but these dumb shits still want to race for 800 or 1,000 or 1,500. I remember fucking 20 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever. I wouldn't go for a 2,000 win. Once I got to that point, like, you guys can't go race for that because that's what you're going to race for the rest of your fucking racing career. You got to demand more money, or else just don't support the smaller shit because that's what you're going to race for. You got to race for 5, 10. All right, I'll know for 25 back in the day, but because I know tomorrow night's a 10. Well, now these guys will unload for 1,000 or 800 or whatever. And no offense to the Kosiski family trying that deal, but that ain't. I mean, think about it. We were racing for 6,000 to win with Al Frieden and then Keith Simmons. Those were decent races back then. But now they're racing for what? I don't know. I don't understand it, to me personally, because everything's way more expensive than it was back then.
Brian, we were talking a little bit about, naturally we're talking about IMCA racing and the cost of everything that's going on, and we were talking about your kids a little bit racing. And getting back to that, naturally, there's no open motor racing hardly in Iowa anymore. I mean, you got the Simpson, Chris basically, but and Hilsebeck's trying to do some things up there, but it's tough to put a big race on in Iowa. I mean, look at Knoxville. Look at Knoxville. That person, that deal, we had 38 cars.
Yeah, I know that was. I've watched a lot of racing in the last few years, but that's what I'm telling you, man. It's you're not going to fix it though now. I mean, the sport is a sport. I'm not saying anything. It's great that Lucas Oil is, got these people together, got all these sponsors, and are paying this type of money. But the problem is the guys that can win that money are few and far between, and I'm trying to make that sound right. But, you just got to there's just not enough talented racers that have that type of backing. And who knows, how that's going to go.
This at Pittsburgh, 10 on Friday, 50 to win on Saturday, the last couple of weeks, these 75s, 10, then a 75. Naturally, if I'm Jonathan Davenport, man, and I'm Devin Morin and I'm running good, I like those big top heavy purses. But a guy that's running like 6th through 10th probably doesn't like it so much.
Well,
because it costs them the same amount of money to get to the track as it does those guys.
Well, all them haulers when they're going down the road, it's not like, hey, so-and-so diesel for that truck's this amount. This is this amount. It's all the same. It just a bit depends on which one of these guys is rolling down the road. It has a fuel sponsorship, has a sponsorship for this or that. So it obviously helps the car owner some. But as far as the purse deal, I was more talking personally about some of the smaller event, like, sure, not necessarily weekly, but just, statewide stuff. But I don't know. What does it matter if it's 50,000 to win or it's, hey, listen, guys, it's we're gonna have 38,000 to win. It's gonna be 30 for second. But that's been talked about for decades as well.
Yeah.
The people in the stands, I don't really know if they show up because it says that, and that's been talked about again. So, just make you got to make the point system worth some money. So these guys will stay around and travel all up and down the road throughout, 50, 60 races, whatever they're, I don't know what Lucas Oil, how many they're doing. So.
What do they got about? They probably got about 15 cars running the series, something like that. Would you say that, Gordy?
Yeah.
About 15 regulars on each series.
It seems like there's 12 to 15 that are running every race at this point. Cause I thought Hilsebeck or one of them guys is like 12th or something. Who's the kid from Iowa?
Hilsebeck.
Yeah. Hilsebeck.
Yeah. I know nothing about him. So I don't know nothing about, a few of them, but good racers, man. They're out there putting their time in.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing now is if you want to go race any of these races, you have to spend all week in the shop or, working on your stuff. If you want to be even, which don't get me wrong, you still had to do that back then, but now between all the tires and all the shocks and all the other shit we have, if you're
cutting out.
I believe that metal building is messing with him.
Yeah, that metal building's messing with you, Gordy.
Yeah.
There you go. You got me?
Yeah. Hey, Captain's Long. He's traveled back in time into a metal building to try to conversate with us.
You guys kill me.
So Brian, I'm curious, what's Alyssa think? Is she happy that you're out away from the house right now? Is she happy about that?
She's a lovely girl. And right now, she's probably, when she'll watch it, she's like, I miss him so much. No, I tell you what, though, the pool needs closed. So I don't know. I got to get back and close the pool. And I don't know, I had my buddy come and mow the grass, so they didn't have to deal with that. I don't know. I think she just let me go out and make sure I don't know how to say it. Help out these guys, help Zach. I mean, Zach's became one of my best friends since the time he worked for me. So it was fun to come and try to help him. And, I'm not doing it for free, but I don't know. And I kind of once I met Ricky, it's easy to work for this dude, man. I know he's great. He's a great racer. He's just a fun dude, man. He's a very humble person, man. I've said it 100 times in the last 2 weeks. Like you sit there, it's like, like I don't want to bring up bad, like Scott would be like, and you'd have to be in the right mode with Scott. But Scott was always one of the people, to me, he was always a little bit above you. And you don't get none of that from Ricky. Ricky's just a normal dude sitting across from you talking.
Well, we had him on, when we had him on the show, Gordy and I talked about it, and he was a lot of fun, and he was really, like you said, he was really easy to talk to.
Yeah.
I love the fact that, as we got to know him a little bit from the show, the fact that, how much interest he has outside of late model racing. He loves the open wheel, and
Zach and I talked about it. I think Zach probably bled some. I think he'd rather run a sprint car. I honestly think he would just love to just drive sprint car. But I told him the other day, I was like, dude, if you just keep doing what you're doing, you're going to have a nice house with a pool, Corvette, racing late model. I'm just saying, bro.
He's got to be set up just nice.
I mean, there's good money in late model racing for what they're doing now. He can, his talent level, this guy could, I say, hey, I think you could have a double-decker pool with the Corvette.
Just living life.
Hey, listen, the kids are at home. They get older. They're going to need some side-by-sides and some other stuff too. So Shay's got to keep selling T-shirts and stuff. Yeah.
Well, Ricky does a good job on the racetrack of making sure they keep selling T-shirts. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Before I leave next week, though, I'm like, hey man, I want 2 free shirts. Well, I'm gonna try to get 4, but I'm gonna ask for 2 first.
See if you can swindle 4. At least get 2. See how far you can push.
Hey, what's on clearance, Ricky? Can I get a couple of them and then?
It was funny is remember Hoghead once, it says to me, he says, Don, can you give me a couple of Bloomquist shirts? And I said, sure. Why? And he says, I can't believe you won any. He says, yeah, I need 2 of them. I need one to shit on and one to cover it up with.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like Hog right there. That is Hoghead in general. Yeah. I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire.
Hoghead don't give a shit. He'll tell you exactly how he feels, or if he don't like you, he's not going to talk to you.
Hey, I saw him at Pittsburgh. I walked up and they were all lined up for the feature, and I walked up to him and talked to him it only took 10 seconds for him to tell me his thoughts. I told Greg, get out there and hurry up and win this so we can leave. That's what he said. That is Hoghead in a nutshell.
He was when we were at Eldora, he was telling a good story. He was talking about at Port Royal, one of his crew guys was going across the racetrack with the pit box and flipped the pit box over right there at the opening.
Oh, because of the angle when you pull down in there?
Yeah. And Hoghead said, I come over the hill and he said, I drove by like I didn't even know him. He said, I just kept on going. I wasn't going to stop and claim that one as mine.
That's him. That has to be him. He's playing in the infield, walking around, barely looking back and go, did he get that shit cleaned up yet?
Yeah.
That has got to be Hog. That guy's worked his ass off on this racing forever. He would probably, you think I say shit. Can you imagine that guy? Oh.
Hey, the one time we're at the Knoxville Nationals, for the late model deal, and Austin Hubbard's driving for him.
Oh yeah.
He's Christian. So all the A main cars. Remember how the A main cars go out for hot laps right before the A main start, or when it's time for them to go out the hot lap.
Yep.
Austin comes out and he's ready to get in his car, and Hoghead's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well, they just called for A main hot laps." He goes, "You've tore enough shit up this week already. I don't feel like rebuilding a spoiler right before the A main. Go back in there and play your video games, and I'll call you when I'll come get you when it's ready."
Well, hey, go in the bathroom, play with yourself a little bit, and then come back out before you get in the car.
Swear to God, Gordy, that is what happened.
Yeah, no shit, man.
And the craziest thing was, I think Hubbard's dad was in the pit area that night, even going, "Well, I sure was hoping."
I met him. He was a cool dude. I haven't seen him in shit a long time. He was a cool dude. Austin's dad. I can't remember his name now. Mike, Big Mike. Yeah, big dude.
But that's had to be one of the coolest things about you being back, walking around the pit area, even at Pittsburgh, seeing everybody, seeing some of the tracks you raced at. You hadn't been in a while. It's got to be pretty cool.
It's been amazing. Well, Knoxville's Iowa, so it's a little different, but even at Brownstown. But I got to call James Essex out because we get all our shit done, and I was in the holler. I don't know, just kind of relaxing and watching Iowa and Indiana, and I knew the score of the game. And we come out, and I came out. We was kind of getting ready for hot laps. I was getting within whatever. And Essex has to announce over the loudspeaker, "Hey, former Jackson 100 winner Brian Birkhofer, blah 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 blah, Iowa fan. Hey, and I just found out the score, Indiana, blah blah blah, and Iowa, whatever." He had to rub it in over the loudspeaker. This prick bastard. I love you, James, but anyway, I can't call him out, but he can call me out being a fan.
And you couldn't say anything back.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Hey, nothing like, "Hey, listen, man, I want to say a bunch of shit about this guy, and he doesn't have a voice." There's a lot of the world nowadays anyway. So,
yeah, he's just a crew guy now.
Well, yeah, I'm just a crew guy, which I'm having fun doing. Hey, they still, I don't drink until after the races, so I'm good.
But then you make sure you catch up.
No, not really. I've slowed down. My wife would be proud. I probably drank way less than the time I've been gone.
Hey, is that Zach in the background?
Yeah, there he is.
You gonna come on and say hello, or what? Are you gonna ignore us?
Hey, go back and stand in that light. We can't see you.
Fuck you, Gordy.
Hey, he just shaved his head the other day. Look at that. Holy shit.
Fucking camera adds 20 pounds, it looks like.
Look, it looks like you got a buffer out on the chrome of that thing.
You.
No, we just chased him off. Man, nice job. Run off crew chief of the year.
Hey, what we need to do is like, hey, man, for good luck next weekend.
Rub Zach's head.
Would you? No, you can't wear a hat during the fucking feature. It has to be a chrome dome, like Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Oh man, it looks like we were supposed to wax the hauler, and instead we just waxed Zach's head.
That's right.
Well, he just recently got this. He showed me this little 12 Milwaukee thing, like a buffer deal. I'm like, man, what's that?
It's a 90-degree die grinder.
90-degree die grinder. We get one of them buffing wheels. We'll put some shit on there. This some bitch, he'll be blinding jets flying by.
It'll be part of the Department of Defense.
Enemies when I got friends like you, assholes.
Hey, don't put me in this. I didn't say anything.
Hey, we can read your thoughts, Don.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, let's talk a little Steelers, man. We got everybody on here a little bit.
What's that?
Best quarterback in Steeler history. Who's your favorite Steeler? Who's your favorite Steeler quarterback in the history of the Steelers?
Oh shit!
This is the biggest, folks. This is the biggest Steeler fan that I know. Let's come. I want to run down some players a little bit. I want to hear what you got. Come on, you're the biggest guy out there. Who's your?
Well, the best quarterback in Steelers. You got to go with Terry Bradshaw.
That's right. I agree there.
I think even Ben Roethlisberger, maybe as arrogant as he probably was at one point early in his career, but would probably say, like, he doesn't like Terry. He has to say Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger. Listen, man, ain't nobody in that era in the last whatever is it tougher than Ben Roethlisberger is. Period. I mean, he was the toughest quarterback. All these pussies nowadays. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I don't care, man. Run around, blah, blah, blah. Hey, how about you have Haloti Ngata hit you and break your fucking nose? Go to the sideline, reset it, go out and fucking beat the Ravens. That is Ben Roethlisberger right there. Tough motherfucker is what he is. He might, and he liked to drink too, I think. So that's why.
So you're saying Roethlisberger might have been a little bit of a late model fan?
I don't know about that, but I mean, Ben, I got a Ben Roethlisberger, Palomalu. I don't know. I got a few jerseys.
I could see you and Troy having a lot in common. You know, the hair, you know?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I love Palomalu. When I won Lernerville at the Firecracker, they interviewed me, and I said, the only best thing I could be is like if Palomalu handed the trophy to me. That was back in like 07 or whatever I won. I mean, Palomalu was a stud, man. I mean, there's a lot of Steelers. James Harrison, I'd like to have him.
I know.
I'll go back racing, and I'll just run over people. And they come over. Harrison's standing there at the right front corner of the nose. You got a problem? I don't think anybody's gonna have a fucking problem with that.
No problems to be had down in Birkhofer Spit area.
Hey, who's down there? Oh, James Harrison. Oh, fuck. All right, man. Hey, just load up. Let's leave.
Yep, that's enough. Yeah, no, Birkhofer will actually come down and fix it, even though you run us over.
Hey, Brian, would you come down and fix our car? We'll pay you.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't fuck with James because he'll smash your face in.
Oh man.
Wait, so what about football teams? You guys talk football teams?
Well, you know, I'm one of those that I really like Dan Campbell. I like the way he coaches. I'm not a bandwagon. I'm kind of a bandwagon Lions just because he's a likable guy, and we don't have a team in St. Louis. So, and I'm going to be on. I'm not a Chiefs guy. Okay, I see enough State Farm commercials and everything else, man, to where I think Gordy and I agree on that together. We're both we're not on that Chiefs bandwagon.
I absolutely hate the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wait, time out. It's called the Chefs.
The shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Chefs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that commercial they made years ago and they forgot the I. That's the fucking Chefs for me. Fuck the fucking Chefs.
I'm with you. And
If Kelsey eats Taylor Swift, who gives a shit? Sorry, I don't listen to her music. Ricky Thornton is a Swiftie, so I gotta be nice to him. But other than that, I don't care. Kelsey, they can all go. Don't care. I mean, I just, hey, I love football and I love to watch people lose and people win. So,
what's more important to you, the Pittsburgh Steelers or Motley Crue?
well, Motley Crue's getting old, but I mean, I love the Crew. Just turn on any Motley Crue song, my day gets better. I mean, you put on the right song at the right time. I don't know. Yeah.
You got a favorite Motley song?
Sailing away, I catch a first train, a rocket ship into outer space. Come on, you know the song? Not really. I can't sing. I know.
I'll tell you what, Berkey. I'm glad you're at least back in the late model pit area because I know the late model world and racing and just in general has missed you because there's not a lot of personalities left in the pit area.
Oh, hey, you know what it is, Gordy? Here's what I see about the pit area. There's a lot of guys talking, but then they're standing there looking at their phones a lot. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Hey, what are you
Good
doing?
point.
Just on. I'm on Amazon. I'm looking for blow-up dolls.
You're right, Brian. You think about it. The times like when we had our best times in the pit area, we weren't on our phones.
No.
But everybody doesn't like the awkward silence, so they go immediately. They put their eyes into their phone, so they don't look like they're weird and just looking it out. I mean, I'm gonna make fun of a lot of people there. They're gonna listen to this, going, "Fuck him." That's fine, but your phone, it's not. I mean, it's just I think it's funny, man. I've had a lot of fun in life without a phone, so. I know a phone could do a lot of work, though. A lot of people, people make money off their phone. I get that. So,
Brian, the one thing I want to talk to you too about a little bit, like when the races were over, we always had so much fun in the pit area, and I know that some of my best times in the pit area was like after a race and seeing Brian Birkhofer. If you saw Brian Birkhofer and Bart Hartman together, you might want to join in. Because usually there's going to be a few Coors Lights and a few Busch Lights going down. I don't know who could outdrink each other. It was a pretty good match. Would Hartman give you a pretty good match?
I'm not going to say I could outdrink Bart, but I bet I could put it straight away a little bit here and there on him. It depends on the day, Bart's probably, I don't know if he'll text me. He still got my. We don't communicate. Hell, last time I talked to him probably was when we went to the Hall of Fame together a couple years ago. So, I don't know. I love Bart. He's just one of them guys that's always to me, he was like he was just ahead of, I don't know, man. He's won everything too. So.
Yep. You both, there was so much respect for each other. He had so much respect for you.
But, well, he's just a great dude. He's like RT's a great younger version of racers. Bart was a older generation guy that was great. I mean, Bob Pierce, there's certain guys that I like when I started racing were like just good dudes to me. When I was younger, just kind of coming in, they weren't dicks to me. So not to say that they could or couldn't. Hey, would you give me a beer? Hey, watch this. Watch this. He's gonna get me a beer.
There you go, fella.
Thank you. Hey, my wife never does that for me.
You're never going to be allowed on the road ever again.
She has before, but it's like it cost me.
Yeah, it's a week in the sin bin.
Hey, go to the other side of the house, sleep over there for 3 days. No sex for you. What?
Birkhofer.
Hey, I want to say one thing though. You guys talked about the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell.
Yep.
I have to. My sons are huge Detroit fans. Cruz has been a Detroit fan since he was he's 23 now. He's been a fan of them for 20 years. At least, well, you can't be a fan at 3, but I mean, 5, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
This kid, his car's blue. He drew it like when he was 5 or 6 years old, the way the car looks, because he was a huge Detroit fan. And then Creed has kind of danced around, and he's kind of become they're really good friends. I mean, it's cool to see that both my boys are as good as close as they are. Good kids, and they're fans of Creed's like, all right, I'm gonna be a Detroit fan too.
Wow.
And it's cool to see my sons the camaraderie that they have, and yeah, Detroit, yeah.
It just seemed like to me, and I'm sure, and Gordy's being the sports fan too, and we all are, and it's fun to see. I don't know that they've struggled for this for a long period of time, but watching that guy and you hear the players all talk. I saw an interview with Jahmyr Gibbs the other day, and he said that the practices are harder playing for the Lions than they were playing for Saban at Alabama. He said, dude, when I got to the pros, and he said, I thought, wow, man, they're kind of limited, how much you can play with pads and stuff in practice. He says, dude, I wear pads and a helmet more than I ever did when I was at the University of Alabama.
Let me ask you something then, Don. All right, so would you rather practice be somewhat hard so when you play the game seems a little easier? You know what I mean? Like, hey, fuck that. Let's have it. I mean, you can't hurt each other in practice, but guys, let's practice hard. So when it gets Sunday, hey man, those other they're not ready. This is actually easier in practice.
Yeah. Well, they say that Gibbs said that Campbell says, like, when they're out there catching passes and stuff. It was a great interview. He was talking about the fact, Campbell says, well, when you're out there in the game and catching a pass, you catch it with your helmet and your shoulder pads on. So that's what we're going to do in practice too. Anybody can run fast up and down the sideline. It's a little different trying to catch a football with your helmet on.
Oh yeah, no shit, man. Exactly.
And I think that culture that he's done there has been pretty wild.
Hey, maybe we should start a racing league. Go back old school helmet, just with the bandana and the goggles on.
Gary Bittenhausen style. Gary Bittenhausen.
Kevin Olson.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys.
The one thing too.
Sorry.
And I wanted to talk to you both about this. And we talked about how you're talking about so much air out there now in the late model deal, and I hear it all the time. The air hogs, the cars are air hogs, and this and this and this. And the big thing is a lot of people, there's a big debate now, is sprint car racing better or the wing sprint car racing better than dirt late model racing, overall. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you this, and I know you're probably going to do it. I think there's more depth in sprint car racing at this time because there seems like there's about 10 between 20 and 30-year-old kids that are just flat out getting it, where we struggle to find that late model driver that's in that age bracket. We don't have a bunch of, let's see, Sheppy's up there now. He's getting in his 30s. Bobby, they've been doing it for a while now. It's not like what it was. And it is, why do we not have that flux of young talent coming in right now like we used to have?
When you first said that, absolutely, you're right. As far as sprint car has more, yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Sprint car has more guys that can, that's what I was saying earlier about the group of guys that can win. I mean, just look at every World of Outlaw win, every Lucas Oil win, or, in the big specials. I don't know. You'd have to, I don't know, have it in front of me. Like, I sound like one of them announcers at an NFL game. Well, I don't have that in front of me right now, but it's got to be, it's a smaller amount because I enjoy watching wing sprint cars too. They're fun to watch. I'm a gravel fan. Never met the guy. I don't know. I just like gravel.
Why?
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 Because he reminds me of Wolfgang. He's a shorter guy. I don't know. It's just something about him. Just weird. I'm a weird dude. So gravel seems like a cool dude. I don't know. Maybe he's an asshole. I don't know.
Well, apparently his fans think he is. A lot of them,
Oh, so he's an asshole. That's good, man. Hey.
He's the villain. He's the villain right now. And you know what? And Gordy and I talked about it, is the fact of it kind of like he's taking advantage of it now. Why not? Hey, they already feel this way about me. I might as well ride it all the way to the finish now.
So who's the bad guy in World of Outlaw sprint cars then? Or the other one too?
High Limit?
High Limit, yeah. Who's the bad guys? Or who's the dick?
Gravel is the one who's taking that role, I guess you'd say. There.
Hey, wait, don't ever repeat that. Brian likes the dick.
He played it. I can't say it. The Hollywood Knights, Brian.
Hey, another movie. He grabbed it with his dick.
I think these guys spiced the punch. Hey, don't drink the punch. Don't drink the punch.
Hey, don't drink the punch.
You go ahead. You drink the punch.
Hey, you drink. Don, you drink the punch.
Oh my God.
I'm just like the younger version of a lot of people. They don't know. Zach and I were talking about like
Probably Gordy. Probably Gordy's not watched the Hollywood Nights.
oh fuck, man! I'm telling you, there's like what 6 to 10 movies you need to watch to get any of my shit. At times when I'm talking, like, what's he like? Hey, watch this movie, and then either you get it or you don't get it. If you don't get it, you're probably kind of a lame personality anyway, and it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah. Hey, what's the I'm Lionel Joseph. What's that one from?
Trading Places.
From Cameroon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Lionel Joseph.
It's Lionel from Cameroon. Hey, it's Trading Places, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jamie Lee Curtis. Some of the best tits you ever see in a movie. Right? Come on.
I agree.
You see that movie, and she takes her top. You're like, damn, those are nice tits. I'm sorry. That's what I think. My best better tits, but anyway.
What about Eddie Murphy? So what battalion were you in? What battalion? I was Agent Orange.
Well, how was he going? Sang dang gone.
Saigon.
No, he was from Sang dang gone. Lots of places. Call me Agent Orange.
Yeah, what was your name, Agent Orange?
Hey, we've had complaints of people being blind and crippled. Great movies. There's some great movies.
But yeah, it's funny is like I said, we were talking. I want to get back on the sprint car thing a little bit, and I'm glad you're watching it a little bit in the flux of talent. But you still didn't. Why haven't we seen this another crop of youngsters that we need to be seeing in dirt late models?
The late models.
What's your thoughts on that? Cost?
I'd say maybe it might be coming here in the next couple of years. You got to have, dude, to get into late model to be competitive. I mean, I don't know about the younger guys now. So you got what Hilsa? I mean, I don't know some of these guys. Is the problem. I don't know their age.
Right. Well, Gordy does.
You better be a talented dude to drive these cars. Really, the way they are, the setup, and Gordy races them, so he knows. Well, what's going on. And then the other thing is, like, I'm going to sound kind of an ass when I say this, but they're forcing you to run down an IROC type deal too, because Rocket's got his deal, Mark got his deal, but I mean, a good majority of them is all Longhorns. So when everybody's in a Longhorn or a good part of the top 10, well, Ricky Thornton's one. This is what I think he's doing. Well, all right. Well, if you can't drive that, well, then you're no good. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's forced down. You got a funnel. There's a funnel in there. Hey, man, you're forced through this funnel. You can't drive that. All right. Well, you're no good. Whatever. And when there isn't enough money behind you to, I don't know, try to make it, give you an opportunity or make your opportunity longer in the racing, but you're just thrown to the side, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you got to have money, number one, but you got to have some opportunity to get it. What I guess what I'm saying is everybody's kind of forced down the same funnel, meaning like a Longhorn car or, I love Mark. It was great for me, but his stuff is just not as, it's not as popular as it once was. I'll just put it that way. Not to be, trying to be politically correct, which I fucking hate.
Well, one of the things, Mark doesn't have the numbers right now, but at the same time, Sheppy's been pretty damn good.
Yeah, Shep's a consistent dude. And, I know them guys are working. It just seems like there's not, how was it when Rocket was like 8 out of the top 10 or 7 out of the top 10?
Absolutely.
Longhorn out 7 out of the top 10, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Longhorn they have more. Hey, listen, that Shep he's older now, but I mean, that guy's an animal as well.
Yeah.
He's just the older version of the animals. And
Yeah.
it's terrible. But little Shep's the older version of the animals now.
So what is Timmy then? If Sheppy's the oldest, so where do we classify our boy Timmy at?
No. Hey, Tim is. I'm trying to think of. Like, give me a second. Here. Give me a second. He will. Hey, listen, guy. I no. Tim is like. Tim is obviously talented. He's probably more talented than most of them, really, because he can do a lot.
Still winning.
But I mean, age is going to catch up. Just like, hey, think about Jimmy Owens, man. He's still racing, but I mean, Jimmy's not. I don't know how to explain it.
You know, you look a lot like Jimmy. You and Jimmy look a lot alike. Don't they, Gordy? Gordy, him and Jimmy look a little alike.
What?
Does Birkhofer has some resemblances? You know, he kind of resembles Owens a little bit, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Can you chew some gum?
they got.
No, Jimmy chews it like this, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah.
hey, Jimmy, what are you doing? Well, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna steer this car with one hand, chew gum, and pat the interior with the other one. I don't know what he does, but
I'll tell you what, it was always impressive when you knowing that he somehow could drive a race car around there one-handed. The in-car.
Especially when Jimmy Owens was in Scott's car at Wheatland, it looked pretty easy.
what now?
When Jimmy Owens drove the zero cars at Wheatland at the Show Me's, he made it look pretty easy sometimes, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's just like, he's on a Sunday drive. Hey.
Gordy, before we shut this thing down, you got anything you want to ask Brian?
I could go for hours talking to Birkhofer at the end of the day. I'm glad that, like I said, I'm glad you're back at the racetrack. And I mean, hell, I was fortunate enough as a young kid to grow up, for one, kind of idolizing Brian and trying to mimic things that he was doing in a race car, and then able to, have him teach me a lot of things.
Gave up on that.
What?
Good thing you gave up on that.
No.
Hey, don't ever drive uphill anymore because you'll get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Hey, the cushion's going away. I'm gonna drive into one, just drive uphill and get some traction off the 2 or 4, and eventually I'll wear them out. Well, that shit's over with, man.
Well, that's the truth. Hey, I watched one of my favorite things of all time was watching Birkhofer beat Billy Moyer at Peevely, running the Billy Moyer line of old, and just drove. He literally told me before the feature, he said, "I'm going to drive right by this motherfucker right in his line." And then sure shit.
I did not say that. You're fully.
I will put it on. I'm telling you
I
right
have
now.
never said that I'm going to drive by. If anything, I'd say I'm going to follow him. And if he has to push, I'm going to try to capitalize.
Okay, maybe you said it that way.
Yeah, it was just at 14, like, oh, they said you're going to put a boot in his ass. No, Wayne Castleberry, they always tried to make it more of a fucking WWE type shit. Like, I don't like talking shit. Go out there.
I'm telling you.
The word, sit there like, yay, thank you. Let's drink some beer.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you told me you were going to do it.
Ah, man. You know what? Did you have, maybe your hat was on too tight and wasn't listening to me.
You got any advice for Gordo? And naturally, Gordy, you got any advice for Gordy this weekend at Wheatland?
No, hell, you ran good last time there, didn't you?
Yeah, I usually run all right there.
Yeah, I was going to say you run good there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the only thing I'd say is what is your best, or what's your worst part of that? You get tight in.
No, it's never really the tight end part. I end up struggling. If I end up struggling, it's more of just the straight line traction, like you leave in the corner. You have to make the straightaways as long as possible at that place. And
either you're too tight and you're breaking the right rear loose through the center.
yeah, and I think sometimes I probably get too tight, but I don't think that's really been my, like at the race I led there with the Lucas series earlier this year, I definitely got too tight, but I didn't think the racetrack was going to stay as wet as it did. So that ended up kind of going back. So I had tightened up thinking the racetrack was going to come to me, and it went the opposite way.
Well,
and so, but it's just, that place is really tricky because you never know what you're going to get out of it. Sometimes it has a little mud ring in the bottom. Sometimes it's patchy and has some brown.
prep every time, right?
Yeah. And so, it's just, I don't know. It's an interesting place. And I really enjoy racing there, because it's more of a driver's racetrack later in the night, because you have to understand how to maneuver your race car around there. You can't just run in there wide open, or you have to finesse it. You have to drive the racetrack, as well as your race car.
Yeah, and then 3 and 4 is a little different than 1 and 2, obviously, because of the wall and how the sun lays on that track. Well, nowadays, like this weekend, the sun will be down before hot laps, probably, or right about that time.
Right. Yep.
That'll create a little different wetness for you. Oh wait, say that out loud.
It's like I said, I don't know. Simpson's really tough there. He's really good. He won both races when we went there last time. So that's really for sure. That's who we're aiming at this weekend. I ran second to him on Friday night the last time we were there, and then did not qualify good the next night. But I don't know. It's just it's one of those places that I've taken a big liking to, and we've been up front at a lot of them. So we just keep trying a few different things. Nothing crazy. We kind of go with the same package and tweak on it, and hopefully we'll hit on something that finds us in victory lane.
And real quick before we go, one of our sponsors of the show being Hot Rod Septic with Bo Popejoy, and Bo and Brian have a great relationship, man. He's worked on your shit and everything else, and you got to give us a good Popejoy story, and not the one about Granite City too, the UMP race when you had the flat tire and said, "I'm fucking done." The wheel came off.
Oh yeah,
and you were done that night at the UMP Summer Nationals, but. Because I know that
Bo, Bo helped me. He would show up and help me because I had one guy or no guys with me there for a while. He would always be there. But the best part of Bo, well, there's 2 parts. But when we were out racing in, I don't know, New Jersey or somewhere, he was helping Billy Drake. And I went into turn 3 and I hit Billy Drake. I went in, he lifted. I hit Billy Drake, spun him around. And this is like stacker day, right? So we're going around the caution, and I look over, kind of finding Doherty. And Bo's sitting there, punching his fist, like he's ready to fight me. He's the crew guy. Well, I'm driving around the track. The race is still going on. He's going hitting his fist, he's ready to. So I never really thought, and then later on we became friends. Yeah. And it's so funny. I'm like, hey, remember that time you were going to punch me, or you wanted to punch me, or told me you wanted to punch me, because he was helping Drake and I spun Drake out. The other good one is, he was great help. And then, when I won Knoxville, I think it was, he was the one guy. I think I went down the front stretch. I passed Scott when he broke. It's funny how he breaks when he loses. But anyway, I seen some guy standing he jumped up on the fence, and it was Bo. So that's 2 great stories. I got other ones, but. Yeah.
Do you remember the time that me and you and him were in the truck and trailer at the World 100 on top of the hill? We played golf, And it was the day after the prelude. Remember, we were up on the hill, and me and you. I was still there, Gordy. This is one for the ages. Remember, that's when they teched up on top of the hill.
Oh, that was cool, man.
And me, you, and Bo, you were jamming the Motley Crue inside the truck, and we were parked next to Randy Cordy. And Cordy even said, and I always still remember that Cordy came out of the hauler because the music was so loud. And it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. And he's like, you guys need to turn it down there. And this Birkhofer looks right and says, you just need to go back to bed. Because I'm listening to this music. And we actually watched the sun come up, and the cars were going to tech. And Brian finally looks at me, and Bo both says, you know what? I might want to go grab a little nap now. Always remember that. It's like the sun was coming, and cars were actually going to tech, and we were still up.
Hey, all we were doing was drinking beer, listening to good music.
That's right. It was great.
There was no strippers.
And the air guitar play that day, Gordy, the air guitar
When
play.
guys party, they hang out, they drink beer, and they listen to good music. And like, if his wife or girlfriend isn't there, like, well, you're at the strip club and there's women around. Fuck no, there ain't no women around. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
We were listening to the Saints of Los Angeles, remember?
Oh, fuck yeah. It was badass, man.
I always remember you were jamming and doing the air guitar play, man, and it was amazing. Bo and I still talk about that story all
order
night.
something. I got to tell you one thing before you kick me off.
Yep.
Zach and I last week, he goes, hey, man, he showed me something on Amazon. They got symbols you click into your vents in your car. So I'll send you a picture here when I get home in a couple weeks. Okay. So on the air drum in my car, or my truck, excuse me, I got a symbol I can hit right there at the air vent. You know, I got a Chevy pickup. I can go do. That's right.
Jesus.
That's right.
Only Birkhofer.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's the only guy I know. We had front row tickets for Kiss and Motley Crue at Hollywood here. And Gene Simmons is like trying to talk Brian Birkhofer, of all people, the demon, saying, we're going to kick their ass. He goes, I don't care what you do. It don't really matter to me. I didn't come to see you.
I didn't say it like that.
You pretty much did, brother. You pretty much did. You could care less that night.
I had my cold beer shirt on.
You had cold beer shirt on.
Yeah, I love the crew, man. I don't remember what I said.
It was great. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about before we shut this thing down? Because we got to get out of here.
Yeah. Hey, Berkey, we love you. We appreciate you coming on here, man.
Hey, I appreciate your effort. You keep plugging away, working your ass off. Hey, spend some time. Maybe trim up a little bit. You're starting to look like, all that extra scruff around there. The mustache is the stash.
Right.
You could grow a mustache.
Hey, what?
Are you coming to the Dome in December?
I know. Normally I do.
You could go. You could almost be Brett Kiesel, another Pittsburgh Steeler. You grew that son of a bitch out. You couldn't even see his face.
Yeah. I don't think I need to do that. But
hey, man, good luck, buddy.
All right. I love you, Berkey. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we love you. Love you, man.
All right.
Don, thanks, man.
Peace out. We'll do this again.
All right. See you guys.
Whatever you guys do, don't look down.
All right.
See us.